Hello, I'm David Rose, and here's a look at some of our top cases this weekend with Crime Stoppers and Washington's Most Wanted. Let's start with this convicted sex predator. The Snohomish County Violent Offender Task Force needs your help to find James Arnold. He has a nationwide felony warrant for failing to register as a sex offender.
He has 2 prior failure to register convictions, and he has not registered since August of 2019. At that time, he registered at a residence in Snohomish. However, he has not been residing there.
James Arnold was convicted of first-degree child molestation in 1993. He's 5'10" and weighs 199 pounds. He's got a tattoo of a feather on his right arm. Well, he turned 54 years old on Tuesday, so you know what that means. Let's give him a belated birthday present, Washington's Most Wanted style. 3 hots in a cot and no cake for you. If you know where James Arnold is hiding, submit that tip to Crime Stoppers right now. Get a cash reward of up to $1,000 and keep our kids safe. Well, what the employees in this next case had to endure is just mind-boggling and downright frightening. Seattle Police robbery detectives are asking for your help to identify this suspect. He walked into a business on December 21st in the 100 block of Madison Street in downtown Seattle, and he demanded the staff give him some cash for carrying boxes for them. The thing is, they had never asked him for any help. Well, they did give him some cash just to be nice, but police say that set him off, so he turned violent.
He grabs a clerk, kind of body slams him down to the ground, and the guy puts his hand out, breaks his wrist, and demands the guy's wallet. Well, he does take the wallet. He leaves the store. A few minutes later, he comes back and throws the wallet in there and demands more cash. He doesn't get any, and then he leaves.
Well, then in a crazy and dangerous twist, the same suspect came back again the next day and demanded money. He didn't get any that time, so he left before police could get there. Now, officers say they believe he is also this guy in the fur-lined hood who caused a disturbance in the lobby of a downtown hotel the same day as the attack on the retail employee. If you can identify him, Crime Stoppers of Puget Sound will pay you a cash reward of up to $1,000. It's anonymous. Call 1-800-222-TIPS or use the P3 Tips app on your cell phone. A woman kidnapped in Kent on Christmas Day. Detectives say it was the victim's ex-boyfriend who took her in a fit of rage while already on the run from work release. His name is Hernandez Lopez, but he's known to go by Omar Salazar. King County prosecutors have charged him with domestic violence stalking, violation of a court order, and unlawful imprisonment. The Sheriff's Department's Criminal Warrants Unit is hoping you can help find him.
On Christmas, actually Christmas Day, December 25th, in the city of Kent, he found his ex-girlfriend. She was staying at a hotel. He went and knocked on the door. He ended up getting into a physical fight with another person that was there. He then kidnapped his ex-girlfriend, forced her into a vehicle, and drove her from the scene. Probably about 5 minutes away, she was finally able to get out of the car, and then she ran back for help. A few months prior, the same ex-girlfriend, he had assaulted her, he had strangled her unconscious. The ex-girlfriend's 10-year-old daughter was present for all of it, and he even threatened to kill her if she called the police and if he went to jail. So the fact that he went to jail for that, and then he's also on escape status from work release. After he got arrested for the DV assault, he was supposed to go to work release, and he never showed up, and he hasn't been found since. So he's out committing more crimes, and our biggest fear is for the victim, his ex-girlfriend here, and her kids, to make sure that she's safe. We need help finding this guy as quickly as possible.
Hernandez Lopez is 36 years old. He's 5 feet 6 inches tall, and he weighs 165 pounds. Detectives say he could be hiding in the Auburn area. And if you know where to find him, you'll get a cash reward of up to $1,000 when you submit that information through the P3 Tips app on your cell phone or at 1-800-222-TIPS. And remember, it's always anonymous. Now, Hernandez Lopez is just one of Monday's most wanted fugitives. The King County Sheriff's Office posts one every Monday on their Facebook page, and then we follow up and try to help track them down. You can see all their faces and case information there or on our website, catchwmw.com. We talk about cold-hearted. A pizza delivery driver out working his tail off in the snow, freezing cold out, delivering pies to people. And a dirtbag on a bike comes along and then robs him at gunpoint. So first, take a good look at the suspect that Seattle Police need your help to identify. He was wearing a purple hat with a W on it, and he hit right off 45th Street in the U District. So detectives figure that's a husky hat. Detectives say he has a medium brown complexion. He's about 5 feet 10 inches tall. He was wearing a blue jacket and black pants, and he carried a big black pack on his back. Detectives say surveillance video shows the suspect biking down 8th Avenue Northeast on January 14th at about 8:15 that night. That's the pizza delivery driver in the SUV that comes up behind him. The suspect veers off the road and up a driveway. Now, I'm thinking he likely noticed the vehicle had a pizza sign on top. Delivery driver parks, gets out, walks way up the street to deliver the food. That's when the suspect bikes back across the street, and then he posts up right across from the delivery driver's car, waiting patiently to stalk that driver and hit him up for his pizza money.
Pretty soon, the pizza delivery guy walks back to his vehicle, and this is where the robbery takes place. Suspect approaches him, weapon in hand, left hand. He said, "This is a robbery, give me your effing money." Pizza guy goes, "No problem." He said, "I don't have my wallet with me. I left it back at work. I got a little bit of cash," which he gave to the suspect. The suspect then says, "Get in your truck and drive away." The suspect rides on his bicycle coming towards the camera. You'll get a good look at him.
Well, another camera on 45th Street shows the suspect biking right by after the robbery. He also took the driver's cell phone and made him unlock it before leaving. Detectives say he's likely the same suspect who robbed a person on 42nd Street the very next day.
It's what I would refer to as a very casual robbery suspect. It certainly isn't his first time. He just rides his bike casually away, not bringing any attention to himself. Somebody takes a look at this, they're probably going to know who this individual is. If you know any information, now's the time to come forward.
Yeah, you will be in line for a cash reward of up to $1,000 if you can help police get this guy into custody. So if you know him or you spot him or know where he stays, any information at all, you will stay anonymous. Submit it to Crime Stoppers of Puget Sound by calling the hotline, or even easier, use that P3 Tips app on your cell phone. Now, Kirkland police need your help to identify 2 robbery suspects who left their victim terrified and panicked. Those are emotions that just don't fade quickly, especially while the suspects are still out there. Now, the one point of good news is that detectives have a hot lead. They just need some help from you to tie it all together. So take a look at this surveillance video as the suspects walk into the Caribbean Casino in Kirkland during the early morning hours on Monday. The guy on the left in the green sweatshirt almost seems like he's kind of bouncy as he walks. An employee comes out of the office and points to the teller in greeting as the 2 suspects push right past him to the cash window. Both suspects, wearing masks and gloves, showed a handgun that police say had a green laser sight on it. They demanded the victim put $100 bills, all of them, into 2 white Gucci dust bags with the Gucci label on them. A customer you see there wandered up, not realizing what was happening. Also, the second suspect in black turns and then shows the gun in his hand. You can see another employee there in the back who had been alerted to the robbery approach the area. Well, now, here is the major clue in the case that police need your help with. As they turn to leave, you see that green sweatshirt? Well, on the back, it reads, Spring Camp Trip 2017. And on the bottom, it says, Delta Tau Delta Fraternity.
They were able to figure out that that sweatshirt was made for a specific camping trip that was affiliated with the Delta Tau Delta chapter out of the University of Idaho back in 2017. We're not 100% sure that the suspect has any affiliation to that Greek chapter at all, but for some reason he is wearing a sweatshirt that was from a camping trip back in 2017 that chapter went on sometime in April. We're hoping that anyone, the public may recognize that sweatshirt or may know somebody who's affiliated with that fraternity in any way and be able to identify that person from the surveillance video that we have.
Well, Kirkland police contacted the sweatshirt maker, and they say only 86 of them were made, 43 for the frat members and 43 for their dates. If you know who these suspects are, or you have any information to give to police about that sweatshirt, you can call Kirkland detectives or stay anonymous and submit that information to Crime Stoppers of Puget Sound. You can do it through the P3 Tips app on your cell phone at p3tips.com, or you can call 1-800-222-TIPS. Any information at all about the fraternity, who these guys might be, or especially that camping trip is very helpful. And after we featured Lucian Jordan several times this month as a suspect in a slew of armed robbery cases in Seattle, detectives say he had enough and surrendered. He was booked into the King County Jail and is being held on $350,000 bail. Detectives say he'd been on a crime spree with at least 10 victims that started in December with a home burglary, then progressed to armed robbery at a convenience store, and finally assault, after police say he opened fire on the locked doors of a marijuana shop, injuring an employee. Jordan is charged with first-degree robbery and second-degree assault. So that's a look at some of the cases featured this weekend on Washington's Most Wanted. Hope you'll join us for the rest tonight at 11 o'clock on Q13 Fox. Tomorrow night at 9:30 on Joe TV and 10:30 on Q13 Fox. And 10:30 on Fox television stations in Spokane, Yakima, and the Tri-Cities. Let's make sure these criminals have nowhere left to hide.